Hey guys, so on today's video I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be doing more of a lifestyle type video, and I'm going to be talking about my law school experience by answering your questions that you left me on a recent video where I asked you guys if you wanted to see a law school type video, just to leave me your questions down below and I would be happy to answer them. So I chose a few of the more general questions just to kind of get our feet wet into this whole topic of law school, because it is like there's so many things that I can go off and talk about, and it would be a really long video, but I want to make this nice and concise and helpful for you guys, so I chose the most general questions that I could find. So I guess just before we begin, I do want to say I'm in my second year of law school. I'm going to start my second year this fall, and just like, I guess, general questions about law school that a lot of people don't, I mean, some people know, some people don't know. It's law school is what's called a professional school or a graduate school, and it is called a professional school because everybody that goes to law school is looking to pursue a law degree to eventually become a lawyer. 3 years. So it's only 3 years. If you are a full-time student like I am, you will complete your law degree in 3 years, and then you are eligible to take the bar exam in your state of choice. So depending on where you want to practice, that's where you'll take your bar exam. So just, you know, practice wherever you want, but you just need to take the bar exam in your particular state of choice. And that's how you can practice. So it's not just going to law school, getting your law degree, and then you're an attorney. You have to take an exam in order to prove that you're good enough to be an attorney. So it's definitely a very long process, but it could be worse. So the first question that I have asks me, how was your first year experience in law school? Was it different from what you thought before going into it? And I have to say, my first year experience was a huge roller coaster, because it had its ups and it had its downs, and I had days where I was very discouraged, and I had days where I was on the ball and I was like, this is for me. And it's just very just hit or miss, very stressful, completely new environment. I just want to say law school is completely different from undergrad. Like college, I feel, is just extremely easy, and people hold your hand, and you know, you're kind of babied into, the way I felt, I was babied into my classes and stuff, and they just seem very simple compared to law school. And this is more of an intense area, because everybody is basically competing for the top spot. Your first year is very important, and it's highly encouraged for you to study a lot and get good grades, because they will determine the type of job you're going to get your second year, and it's basically kind of, it's like the Hunger Games but for law school, seriously, because it kind of weeds out like the weakest links, and you have to only a certain percentage of the class can get an A, only a certain percentage can get a B, a certain percentage has to get a C, and a certain percentage has to fail and whatnot, which is crazy. So it's not like if everybody does good, everybody gets A's. Like, so it's very competitive in that aspect. You have to be on top of your game all the time. It was stressful, but I also met a lot of cool people, and I've had a lot of cool experiences, and it's just been a really interesting ride thus far. So that's what I have to say about that. So was it different from what I thought of before going into it? So I didn't really have much to go off before that. I heard a lot of things about it, but it's one thing to hear about it and then experience it. And then, you know, a lot of people watch movies like Legally Blonde and they think, oh, that's how law school is, which in a sense it kind of is, because, you know, I think that movie kind of showed a little bit of how hard it is, but it's not as easy as Elle Woods made it look like. Next question is from Chi-Town Girl. She asked me, when did you know you wanted to be a lawyer? So I'm kind of one of the more fortunate people that knew early on that this was going to be the field I was going to go into. As a kid, I have family in the legal field, so I was always around that, and so it was kind of like, honestly, it was either I went into medical school or I did law school. So I decided to go into law school, like I said, because I was around it so much. And then as I grew older and I got to high school, I remember my senior year I took a law class as an elective, and that kind of just helped to, how do I say this, like, it helped me to really make my decision, because I knew at that point that I was interested in law and I wanted to pursue it in college. So yeah, it's just kind of something that I've always known that I wanted to do, so I was fortunate in that regard. But you know, everybody kind of decides at whatever point in their life what they want to do. It just kind of clicks for you, and when it clicks, you know. So luckily that happened with me early on. The next question is from Destiny Carter. She actually asked a series of questions, but I'm going to pick just one or two of them just so I can give a lot more people an opportunity to ask me a question that I can answer. So she asked me first and foremost what law school I attend, and I know a lot of you guys want to know this, and I wish that the world was safe enough that I could tell each and every one of you where I go, but you know, I do make YouTube videos. I am on the internet, and this is a public forum that everyone can see. So although a lot of you just want to know because you want help with law school or you want to learn more about me, that isn't always the case. So just for privacy reasons, I'm not going to state where I go to law school. So the next question she asked was, how was the application process? So the application process is much like applying to college. If you haven't applied to college yet, you know you have to take the ACT or the SAT. Same thing with law school, you have to take the LSAT, which is the law school admissions test, and then depending on your score kind of gives you an idea of where you can get into law school, same as with college. And then you do everything else. You write a personal statement that is unique to your person, you fill out application materials, you get references, recommendation letters, all of that stuff. You package it up in a nice pretty package that makes you look like a unique candidate for their school, and you cross your fingers and you pray and you hope that you get in somewhere that is best for you. So that's basically how the application process goes. Next question is from Liana B, and she said, how hard is law school? She says, what is it like? How time consuming is it? What made you want to go into law? And then she says that she's a senior in high school thinking about going into law, and P.S. she loves my channel. So thank you so much, Liana, for loving my channel. I truly appreciate it. And now to answer your question, law school is hard. It's very hard. It's very stressful. It's a full-time job, so it's very time consuming. You are going to have to give up a lot of the things that you used to do. My first semester, it was even difficult for me to go to the gym regularly. There was a very I think for that semester and a lot of the second semester, I wasn't actually really exercising as much as I could because I just had no time. I would literally come home drained and just would want to shower, eat, and go to sleep, and then I have to start my day early again. And it's just, it's tough. And you know, sometimes, you know, friends that aren't in law school, they don't know how time consuming it is, so they feel like you're blowing them off, but they just don't understand that there's a lot on the line for you the first year, and you have to kind of make those sacrifices. So next question is from Tiffany Torres. She says, how do you balance getting your law degree with the rest of your life? And I think I kind of talked about that already. You just kind of have to, I think the best advice I could give you guys is just look at your schedule as a whole, look at the things you do on a day-to-day basis, and think to yourself, what things aren't necessary? What things do I waste my time doing that I could be doing something more productive with? There's things that you have to think to yourself, like, should I be talking on a phone for 2 hours with my best friend when I know I'm going to see her tomorrow? Or should I be using that time to do my schoolwork or, you know, whatnot? You just kind of have to piece everything together so that you make time for the things that are most important for your life. And it's not selfish to kind of not push people away, but it's not selfish to make more time for yourself and for your priorities, because at the end of the day, nobody is going to push you as much as you can yourself. You're the one who is the judge of what you do with your life, so nobody can take that away from you. And I think if people are your true friends and everything, they will understand that you have a priority, and they will let you make time for what's important. So that's that. The next question is from Sandra Enriquez. She said, what's the average amount of work that you do on law school on a daily basis, I guess she's asking, and what exactly, and balance my time really well, because I do have a side job, which is my YouTube and everything, and I don't want to give that up because it's something I truly love, and I really don't want to give it up. So I'm trying to accommodate it as much as possible. So average amount of work I do at law school. So I'm there in the morning, like 8 o'clock in the morning. I wake up at like 5:30. You guys have seen, if you see my morning routine for school, especially in the winter time, I have to leave extra early because the winter is so bad out where I live that especially last winter. There was a lot of snow, just a lot of delays and a lot of traffic, and I had to wake up extremely early in order to get to school at a good time. So I usually get to school around 8. I'm there all day. It's kind of like an 8 to 5, you know. I'm there all day. I do all my work. I go to classes, and then I come home and I try to like just kind of relax for a bit and then plop down in my bed and go to sleep. So that's how that is. And then I usually have a day off during the week, so that day I'll focus on my YouTube and I'll make a YouTube video or two, at least one a week, and I'll edit and upload that day, and then I'll do the rest of my readings, or I'll hang out with my boyfriend or my family, or go on a lunch date with friends. That's that. Next question is from Isamar. I wonder if you're Hispanic. Isamar Salgado. I think that's how you say your name. She asked me, what law school do you go to? And I already answered that question. Unfortunately, I can't tell you guys, but I wish I could. But you know, the world is a scary place. Next question, she asked me, how many years are you studying for? So like I said before, law school is 3 years if you are a full-time student. It's going to be a little bit longer than that if you're only there part-time. And she said, did you attend another school before that? So yes, I attended undergraduate. I attended a 4-year university, and then I came to law school. Next question is from Angela Lozano, and she says, what is the process of getting into law school, and was it hard? Like I said, the process, you start as early as possible. Make a good impression in college. Maybe join a pre-law group, get some leadership positions, volunteer opportunities. You want to make your resume look good, but you also want to have experiences that you can remember in college as well. So I suggest doing that. It's focusing really hard on studying, getting good grades, because all of that is going to look really good on a law school application. And then also studying really hard for the LSAT as early as possible. If you know now and you're a senior in high school and you know that you want to do law school in the future, start studying for the LSAT now. I know it sounds crazy, and I know it sounds like, wow, she's nuts. Like, I'm not going to study now. Like, that's 4 or 5 years from now. But as early as possible really truly helps, because I started studying in my last year of college, and it was really stressful. I feel like if I would have started as early as possible, I would have been pretty much stress-free right before the LSAT, and I would have done really, really, really spectacular. So that's that. And then next question is from Anna Tolaza. She says, why and when did you decide to go to law school? What did you major in as an undergrad? So I already answered the why and when did I decide. I decided like early on, and the major I chose in undergrad was political science, because at the time I thought that was the only route to law school, but I want to let you guys know that that is not the case at all. Actually, while I was speaking with a lot of different admissions counselors during my application process, I found out that really political science isn't the only route to go. You can literally major in engineering and fashion, you can major in English, you can major in communications, anything that you want to, and still apply to law school. And as a matter of fact, I've heard around the grapevine that those majors are actually going to make you stand out a lot more. And I've met a lot of people in school that actually majored in a lot of different things, and they all bring different perspectives to the classroom, and I think that's so cool. So, next question, and I believe it's the last question that I chose, is from Anna Marie, and she says, how do you know you wanted to go to law school? Like, how did you figure out what you wanted to do for the rest of your life? I wish I could tell you guys that I had an epiphany and was just like the light shined on me and I was like, this is what I'm gonna do, but that didn't happen. It just kind of worked out. It's something I'm interested in. I find that I'm good at it, and yeah. But the cool thing about going to law school is that it's not just like you're not restricted to just practicing law. Like, it's not just what you see on TV. A law degree within itself can get you anywhere you want to go in life. It's a really great degree to have, and so, you know, I know people that are going into this, but then they're also going to go to medical school and they want to be a doctor, but they want to do this as well. Like, you can do anything with it. I think a majority of people practice law, but you don't have to necessarily be an attorney and go to trial and all that stuff. You can do a lot of different things, which I think is really cool. And right now, my opportunities are endless, and I have so many different interests. And you know, I don't want to speak early on about what it is that I want to do, but hopefully you guys will be there for that journey, and you guys will find out soon enough what's going to go on with me. But I just think that you should follow your heart, follow your interests, not what other people are telling you, because for a long time I kind of did that, but luckily for me, what people wanted kind of me to do with my life is what I wanted to do with my own life, so it worked out. But honestly, follow your heart. If it's truly what you're interested in, and you know, and all that, then do it. If it's not, I know people that, you know, I have friends who have gone to law school and they found out that it wasn't for them and they left, and that's perfectly okay, because I think you should live your life and be happy with what you're doing. We all have to work at some point, so I suggest finding an area where you are happiest, and if law is where you think you're going to be happy, then I definitely suggest that route. I'm doing it, and I'm doing YouTube, and I don't know how, but I'm doing it all, and I am really happy with my life right now and the decisions that I've made thus far. So hopefully this video was helpful for you guys. I try to make it as helpful as possible and not talk so much. Hopefully you guys got something out of it. Thumbs this video up for me if you liked this video, if it was informative for you, and leave in the comment section below any additional questions you have, and maybe I will do a part 2. Or just leave video requests, like what do you want to see from me, because I'm an open book right now. I've recently been working on some pretty cool projects for you guys that are going to be coming up and airing on my channel in the future, so that's going to be really cool. There's just a lot of cool things in the works lately, and I'm very excited to share it with you guys, but I also want to make videos that you guys want to see as well, so leave me your requests in the comment section, and other than that, I will see you guys again real soon with another video. Bye! Hey guys, so on today's video I'm going to be doing none other than the boyfriend tag, finally, because I know a lot of you guys have been wanting to see it.